Hey guys, we are here for another video. This is going to be a pretty fun, just very honest and truthful video.
Yes. Be prepared.
Yeah, very prepared. So the topic for today is things the doctor don't tell you. So just listen to that title. They laughing, so it's about to get real.
So what are some of the things that y'all feel like y'all needed to know during pregnancy and loss that y'all weren't aware of?
This list is too long.
It really is. Okay, so the first thing I can say is how fast your body changes.
Yeah.
Like, number one, lady down there, listen, the things that happen with down there, there's no warning. It's just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's like the number one thing. And then it goes on to like your belly growing. I know it's different for people. Like there's some people that don't show until like 5, 7 months, but then some people show like immediately. So I think that's like another thing. And then I didn't know that you had to get all these dental checkups.
So the thing with the dental checkups, that at least in my experience, was I think because of the hormones, it's more blood being produced, so your gums tend to swell more or produce more blood or something.
I just learned something new.
Yeah, it has. You know how like your heart is pumping like more blood.
Right.
I think your heart increases by like 25% or something. So the blood, the excess blood, if you're getting like a regular dental checkup, it comes out, and I mean, I think they call it like pregnancy gingivitis or something like that. The dentist had told me. So yeah, because I went when I was pregnant, and I didn't tell her. Before, I guess in hindsight, I should have told her that I just for some reason I didn't tell her. I didn't feel like I had to tell her, and she was noticing that I had a lot more bleeding, and then she's like, "Oh, why didn't you say something?" That's why. She's like, "You usually don't have this much bleeding," but I'm like, "Well," so she said it's called pregnancy gingivitis.
Wow, that's learn something new every day.
I didn't know that.
Me neither. I didn't have that.
I didn't have that either.
And they say you should still, of course, get your routine cleanings and checkups, because infection is still, you're always at risk of getting infection.
Right.
Even if it's a toothache or some kind of gum infection, that could also affect your pregnancy. So it's important to still maintain dental checkups.
Now, I think the one thing that every mother I have ever heard of talks about, stretch marks. Where they come, where they don't come, whether they up here, back here, down here. Like, excuse me.
I mean, God bless me, because I didn't have no stretch marks. So.
See, you were lucky. And you had twins and another man.
Yes, God. Thank you, Jesus.
But people get them in different, like, I was expecting to get them in my midsection, but I didn't. I got them other places.
Right.
Like, I got them on my arms and stuff. Places I wasn't expecting. I was putting oil and whatever on my stomach, but that's not where
you were getting
so my stuff, that's probably why I didn't get any, but all the other places I wasn't thinking about, now I got them there.
So I think it's like knowing that, I guess, what products did you use though? Like,
I could do a whole separate video on that, but
so we will. We definitely will. Okay, because I know that's something that I hear a lot.
I tried some of everything, I guess.
Whew. All right.
We gonna say that for a whole
because that, listen, stretch marks are not fun.
Yeah.
And it depends on your shade too. Like they turn up different colors.
That's life. I think one thing that I wasn't prepared for was how I don't even want to say bipolar, because I don't want to offend anybody. Because if you are bipolar, this is not a bad thing. Just make sure you seek help. But very emotional.
Yeah.
Very roller coaster.
Roller coaster.
Yes. The hormones.
Very emotional. Like, I really felt bad for my husband, because, like, I know there's a lot of stuff that he didn't deserve.
Maybe he did. You never know.
I know. It's just, there was some stuff that was a little bit overboard. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So, I was, you get very emotional.
Question. What's the silliest thing that you cried over when you were pregnant?
Oh my gosh, me. Okay, so my husband literally almost left out the door one day because I was in the kitchen, but we both were in the kitchen. We were cooking, right? So my kitchen is not that big, but the space in which the sink is proportion to the stove it's kind of close. And so we were doing stuff, and he was like, well, just go ahead and do it. And I was like, why are you telling me what to do? I don't even want to do it no more. And I walked off. And when I tell you, we both went like 2.5 hours without eating because I was being stubborn. And then I literally was like, you know what? I am sick of you. I don't know what. And I started crying. And he was like, I'm not about to deal with these emotions. And that statement, I was like, wait, so you're not about to deal with my emotions? So you know I'm pregnant and you know I'm going through all these emotions and you want to leave? Like, when I tell you, I called her.
Yeah, you did.
I called Mary and I was like, he said he going to leave me because I'm emotional and he know I got all these hormones going through my body. So
and I was just like, he's
it's so stupid and so petty, but it's hilarious to look back on because it is really like, 1 second you're okay and 1 second you're not.
So like it's really funny. So me and my husband, we were somewhere, I can't remember where we were, and so I just remember being really hungry, and like sometimes when I would be hungry I would get like nauseous, and literally I remember like I was like, okay, I'm craving this, I really want it, and he was like, no, you're not getting it. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, my voice started shaking, and I literally like almost started having a temper tantrum because I was like, what? I started crying. I was like, what do you mean? No, full on like tears. I'm not even joking. Like full on like crying, and he was like, I'm so sorry.
I had the same experience.
I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, I want it. He's like, you can get it. Okay, bro, I'm sorry. You can get it. But I was about to be like on the floor, like, no, I want that.
I had the same thing happen to me. I wanted something from McDonald's and I was not supposed to have it. So he was like, absolutely not. So of course I started like real tears, bawling, crying. And I guess that made him feel bad. So he went and got it. I mean, I
think
trying
our
to make him feel
tears
bad.
bamboozle our husbands into doing things that they like, you're not supposed to have that.
Right.
But you know what's another thing?
What?
So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of pregnancy brain. P-brain, PB.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. This one right here had the worst PB ever. Okay? And I think it never goes away. Once you get pregnant, your brain is on half mode. It does not work fully. Like, I would tell Mary something literally. So we went to college together. And our last year of college was when she was pregnant with her twins. And that morning, we would see her before class, and I would tell her something, myself and another friend. That afternoon, she's ready to go home. It's like, what are you doing? I told you this morning that we were doing such and such. She was like, no, you didn't. Ma'am. Yes, we did. It got to the point where we wanted to record stuff. Because it's like, I know I told you this. It is horrible.
It is. I'm still suffering. So I really need to thank my daughter for that because I can't remember. Sometimes it gets me out of things though. Like, this is not an excuse, and please do not use this. No, don't use me as a reference if you use this, because I'm not going to be held liable and I don't want nobody coming after me.
Right.
But sometimes I would literally like use that as an excuse. Like, I'm still suffering from my pregnancy brain. So sorry, because I use that on you.
I know you do a lot.
Yeah.
It's not a couple. It's a lot, but it's okay. It's because I love you. It is. It's only because I love you. Like,
I mean, but just go away.
And I was one of those people before who had to write things down. So when I was pregnant, it was 10 times harder to remember things. So I definitely had to write things down as they happened. So I could keep a running tab of everything I had to do or everything I had to keep track of.
Right.
So having a notepad was always helpful.
Yeah.
In our profession, social work, community work, you're tired.
Yes.
All the time.
All the time.
Just on a regular. But when you're pregnant,
just add that. Just throw it in on top of that.
Can I sleep at least 12 hours? Please?
Can you?
Can I?
Do you?
Not do I,
really
but can I?
Can you? Yeah.
The tiredness.
Yeah. It's a whole nother type of tired.
And it's, right. That's the thing. It's not regular time. Like, you know how
Yeah.
you get home from work and it's like, I don't want to do nothing, but let me go ahead and straighten up this corner.
Yeah.
And let me put the dishes away. And let me, do little tasks. Pregnancy and tired, girl, bye. I'm upstairs if you need me.
In our defense, we have the ambition to work. we want to do the right thing and just come home and just float around the floor and just just throw a wand and clean everything.
Exactly.
But in reality, we're in the bed, eating crackers,
just crumbs in there, fall asleep with stuff just dripping.
Just really bad. And one thing I know that my doctor didn't tell me that I suffer from was, okay, so I'm gonna go use the bathroom like 5 million times, and as I'm in the bathroom using the bathroom,
there's an open tab.
2 seconds later, I'm gonna use the bathroom again.
So somebody got an open tab from her last pregnancy that owed me on my water bill. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not pointing no fingers, but let me tell you something. The amount you pee,
you can't help it. Cause it's
listen.
I would be peeing, and then after, like, I'm literally washing my hands, and then I feel it again. So I'm like, well, I might as well just put me an office in here. I'm in here half the day.
Yeah.
And I think it's different for every person, because I know some people that say, well, I didn't start peeing until I got to this trimester. Or, through the first trimester, it was more so the nausea and stuff like that. And then it was consistently peeing. And then some people, of course, I didn't have that experience, but I know with you, you were saying, like, once the belly got big, it was even worse.
What?
Because it's like a baby is literally dancing on top of your bladder. So it's like, you feel, like, for me, I felt like it would feel like a massive, like, it's going to be all this liquid just coming out, but it'd be like 5-6 drops. But it feels like a million.
Not 5-6 drops.
She said 5-6 drops.
I would be
5-6 drops.
wasting my 30 seconds in it for these 5. But I mean, that's what I got to do to feel relieved.
Yes.
That's crazy. But so even with the peeing, the retention of water is real.
Yeah.
Like, I know your feet swelled.
Okay, so the last trimester of my daughter, long story short, okay, so I was doing a lot. I was pregnant with my daughter, getting my master's, I was working a few hours, I was doing an internship, and I was also in school full time.
Wow.
A lot.
Right.
So I was interning at a elementary school, and I was constantly like up and down on my feet, and the morning time was the worst time that it would ever happen. So this was my routine. So sometimes I would go into the school and I would eat like noodles, which has a lot of sodium. So eventually I started realizing, okay, it's the noodles that's helping my feet to swell. So I crave the noodles. Can't really eat a whole lot. So it's bad. So don't do this. But I would eat the noodles, and then I would plan to eat the oatmeal, because oatmeal helps bring the swelling down. And
wait, it does?
Well, I don't know the science behind that, but for me, okay, you are scaring me.
This is some new information, okay?
Oh, okay.
Because you know how they say, like, okay, blood pressure is because of too much salt.
Right.
Yeah. And oatmeal supposedly lowers blood pressure.
Yeah.
So that's, I guess somehow.
I did water and I did oatmeal.
Yeah.
Nice.
So after I did that, like, the swelling would go down. You could literally see, like, the swelling going down. But don't do that too many times. Just do that every so often. But it worked. It really helped, like, a lot.
It helped your water.
So did your shoes, like, not fit?
I will wear flats a lot of times. It got bad one day to the point where I couldn't wear my flats. So I was like, okay, how am I going to walk around the school and check up on my
Girl, you better go
kids?
barefoot like I did.
What?
Listen.
Not in no elementary school.
You'll be alright. Flip-flops, Nike flip-flops.
I have thoughts about that comment. That I'll die.
Keep to yourself.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm not
you.
gonna say. But yeah, I times, and I had to like really just tell my supervisor, yeah, I can't do it right now. I just gotta like just work through it. And she would feel so bad for me because she could really see me going through. But oh, and another thing, which brings me right back in. Luckily, she wasn't there when I would have these moments. But basically, I would come into the school, and it would be hard because the kids would be coming right in, and they're so energetic, and right before they're coming in, I'm in the bathroom. And I'm like, and I'm literally, I can hear them in the school, like revving up, getting ready for the day, and I'm like throwing up, and I'm trying to like get myself together and like wash my mouth out and be like, hey, how was your day? Or how are you doing this morning? Like, you know, how's everything going? And it's just like, yeah, if you only knew that I was just like in the bathroom, like
5 minutes or so, yes.
Like,
but your morning sickness caused you to lose a lot of weight your first trimester.
Oh my gosh.
And that's one thing that I feel like the doctors don't warn you about.
No.
We all hear, and I think the problem, and the one thing with this list, as long as it is that because everybody's so different, it's hard for the doctors to warn you about certain things.
Yeah.
So your morning sickness was the most severe I've ever heard of.
I never, and see the thing is, I wasn't even diagnosed with like anything. It was just morning sickness. So I don't know if that would have really helped me feel a little bit better about the situation or not. But with the twins, I ended up having to be hospitalized 3 times for dehydration. And I also lost 20 pounds. So literally, I was down to like 104 pounds, I believe.
Lord.
And I was so small that my husband was like, yeah, I need to talk to your doctor about this because I literally was like frail. I mean, you could have plucked me and I would have like fell over. It was really bad. So I didn't get any warning about that. I mean, I know you have morning sickness. I know you get sick. I know you have to go through all these bodily changes. But I feel like if I would have got like a little bit of preparation, I would have mentally been prepared for that.
Right.
Because even looking at myself in the mirror, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even recognize myself. So
Right.
It was difficult.
All right, y'all. Look out for part 2 of this video. We're going to go into more topics about things the doctor don't tell you. Bye.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Follow us on all our social media. The links are down below in the description box.